so we have first up Gary Newton signed up to speak, and then we'll have Mr. Julius Wright and Ms. Charlene Wright.
Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, members of the board, Madam Chairman, I'm Gary Newton with Arkansas Learns. Because I believe you have been misled by opinion, what follows are documented facts. On September 15th, 2023, you were presented with a proposal by the Arkansas Department of Education staff regarding the return of the Pine Bluff School District to local control. In the staff's presentation, it was revealed that the proposal was crafted with counsel from the Arkansas School Boards Association, a non-governmental, private 501c4 advocacy organization. The ASBA has a well-documented history of opposing holding school board elections when most Arkansans vote. Without law, rule, or precedent, the staff's and ASBA's recommended proposal prescribed the staggering of elections in Pine Bluff, with one member elected in 2024, one in 2025, one in 2026, two in 2027, and two in 2028. And yet, the law clearly states that full local control requires that a board be elected in a school election, not over 5 school elections. Yes, the law requires terms to be staggered, but only after new elections have been held, most commonly following rezoning based on the decennial census and upon return of state-controlled districts to local control. For recent example, when the West Helena School District was returned to local control, all new elections were held in November of 2016. When the Pulaski County Special School District was returned to local control, all new elections were held in November 2016. When the Little Rock School District was returned to local control, all new elections were held in November of 2020. For those of you on the board at that time, imagine the rightful outcry had you imposed Pine Bluff's plan on Little Rock. Though the 2 attorneys on your board challenged the basis of the staff's recommendation, the board ultimately voted to approve the plan. On October 17th, 2023, 32 days after your vote, Secretary Oliva requested that the State Board of Education, that the State Board of Election Commissioners issue a declaratory order regarding a decision which you had already made. Rather than an open-ended question, the request was a 4-page legal argument justifying the State Board's decision. Because the request was not public, there was no opportunity for a counter-argument. On October 25th, 2023, 40 days after your vote, the State Board of Election Commissioners ruled that a state school district that shifts from state to local may hold elections for its new school board members in multiple years rather than all at once. The State Board of Election Commissioners' 6-page declaratory order also restated much of the legal argument made in the Secretary's request. For your record, I have copies of both the request and the order. Members of the board, the legislature and governor determine the manner in which school districts elect their boards, not a division of the Secretary of State's office. Just 13 days after the declaratory order was issued, the director of the State Board of Election Commissioners, who was CC'd on the original request to Secretary of State Thurston, accepted a new position as counsel for the Arkansas Department of Education. We have been told that legislators have requested an Attorney General's opinion on the issue, but it has not yet been issued. But that too will be a non-binding opinion. As with local school districts, there should be always a healthy, constructive tension between boards and staffs. As we have witnessed over the past few weeks, the decisions and proposals made by the ADE staff are not always in the best interest of this board or the people you are sworn to represent. Across the state, potential school board candidates are already gathering petition signatures, with the filing period beginning July 31st and ending August 7th. But in Pine Bluff, if your decision is allowed to stand, its citizens will not elect its board majority until 27, and it will not have had the opportunity to elect its full board until 2028. When you add on the years of state control, that's a full decade without electing its entire board. Further, because Pine Bluff is a zoned board, there will be great disparity in the community between a minority of board members accountable to voters and a majority of board members accountable only to themselves. As you know, the A in LEARNS stands for accountability. for teachers, for schools, for districts, for the ADE, and for you. And as long as Arkansans choose to govern our school districts by elections, accountability resides with the voters. At your next meeting, we respectfully encourage you to expunge your previous vote and reconsider your decision to deny all new school board elections in the Pine Bluff School District. If you decline, we encourage anyone wanting to run for school board in Pine Bluff to request a school board election packet from the Jefferson County Clerk. And if denied, request that officials produce the law which allows anyone, including the State Board of Education, to cancel a legally required school board election. In Arkansas, the people rule, and we should never have to use the courts to protect our voting rights from our appointed representatives. Thank you all very much for your service and for your consideration.